Did you want to make a comment?
See if this works. So I've come to the conclusion that I'm not going to be able to use OBS much longer. This is ridiculous. You do updates and like their updates are not compatible with the software that plugins. And then you can't. Drives me nuts. Because it told me to. You're never going to update your computer again? Stupid. It just drives me nuts. And I've contacted support on this. They're like, oh, you need to update your whatever. I did. Oh, well, you need to contact them. Well, they told me to contact you. You're the one that's throwing out the error. So I don't know. I'm going back and forth. It's still not stable. It has to do with my Stream Deck. I don't even know if this is that works. All right. The voice portion of 40 meters looks completely dead because it's already 8:45 and I messed with this for the last 45 minutes. Am I working? What do you think I'm doing right now? This does not work. Seth, can you guys answer the questions for Seth? Anybody? He might be not asking me that. Half the stuff's not set up. So I'm looking at other streaming options. Anybody interested in let me know. OBS was the easiest, but doesn't work very good. And there goes Missouri. The bands are dead. And that's coming from a technician. I'm not acting like you are lower scum to the earth. I'm just saying. 40's even dead. I need to make some contacts on 160 meters. I may not be able to qualify for my voice contacts there for the 12 days of Christmas. After tomorrow, I think I could put my antenna back up, which might help. My antenna is still almost on the ground. What's wrong with Seth? He's not going to get in Sonobus or he's laying in bed because it's almost midnight his time. I would have been on 45 minutes ago. And now everything's dead. Annoying. I'm just going to be busy the next month after tomorrow night. I don't plan on drinking again for a while. I petted Milo just for you right now. The storm wasn't that bad here. It skirted around me. Foothills got it bad. Now here's the other thing. They said, oh, it's going to rain all day today. 4 inches of rain today. We got maybe 10 minutes. No. Oh, this is dying out too. Oh my God, the pop-ups. Holy shit. So all this was supposed to be down here today. And this is all dissipating as it gets closer. Yeah, he's a good cat. He really is. He just wanted his food when we got home because we're gone all day. I am back. I don't know for how long. Because this is really annoying. I can't spend 45 minutes every time I go try to go streaming to try to fix their screw ups. In fact, I'm gonna have to look online here. Oops. Let's see what Stream Deck version I'm using. Seth, are you gonna get in Sonobus, or should I just shut it off? So I'm on 7.11 and it's not compatible. Seth like saying, Sorry, I'm very annoyed by the time I wasted. I've literally spent 3 hours, 4 hours on this whole thing. Actually, probably 5 hours now. So look for me on 80 meters, FT8. Or if you're local, I would love to make a contact with you guys on 160 meters. Yeah, I know it's late. I'll be on tomorrow, probably night. But I was wanting to do a POTA, but I'm supposed to get rain. Are you running an Apple or Mac? I get an error message, then it gets stuck. If I change profiles, it'll screw up all my settings, which I don't think it is. Oh, am I still there? Am I still streaming? Yep. All right. It has something to do with the plugin manager. When I undo the plugin for Stream Deck, it's fine. I'll save some CPU usage here and get out of Sonobus, since I'll be by my lonesome. Nobody will be here today. I am sad. I am here, yes. So 12 days of QRZ goes until end of February. Plenty of time. I hope. I don't know. Might be plenty of time for you, but the next couple of weeks I'm working almost every day. So it might be hard. I'm very close. I wanted to get it on 17 meters this year, but I don't think it's going to happen. The bands have just been junk lately. I don't know. Apply to what? You know what I should redo is re-download OBS. Yeah, see, I like this. Too bad I can't do it right now. Not going to do it. Got to keep your eye on the prize, right? Of course, my headache is now increasing. So I got a little bit of a cold. If I do sound hoarse, I need a horse sound effect in here. Trying to look up stuff here. Click apply. I clicked apply last week and I'm still gaining endorsements, but I want to do it all at once. I think it looks better. Sean, were you around? You weren't. Dustin and Sean was not around last night to discuss a possible new venture for myself with. This bands is just horrible with YouTube. You're probably enjoying Christmas Eve like I should have. I did, though, myself. So I had started a second channel. And first off, I'm going to bridge the gap between the two channels and put content on both the channels at once. Anyways, the second channel is the Greg K6EGG vlogs. There's no content on there yet. Now, why doesn't this show up as a... administrator? Let me try something. No, I don't want to make money. It's not for that. So here's what I'm going to, hold on. I want to try to make something work here. Oh, nothing signed in. Oh. Hold on. I can't make it be a... Oh, where's that coming from? And Merry Christmas there, Ron. That's weird. I don't see myself as a moderator on that channel. Oh, well. So this is the new channel. And what I plan on doing that, okay, I'm looking forward to holiday lights being turned off. I'm not a big Christmas person, but I do like the Christmas lights actually. I do appreciate those. And my wife puts a lot of effort into the Christmas lights, and I'm turning the light down a little bit. So my plan, so yeah, it's not showing up as a moderator. It's weird. My plan was with the vlog setup, the vlog channel is to do vlogs and to maybe talk about my experiences on the radio or experiences with YouTube or maybe just some life experiences. And I might get a little spicy. Here's something I want to discuss. And they're not going to be live streams. They're just going to be vlogs. I'm not going to do live streams with that. I might, but I probably won't. This is a live stream channel. I'm going to talk about, okay. I'm going to tease it a bit. In fact, today I get people, oh, what do you talk about on ham radio? What do you talk about? There's usually 3 things we talk about, right? Ham radio, the weather, and antennas. And that's pretty much it. Wouldn't that and they're like, well, that's a little boring, right? You can make a free phone call to anywhere in the world, right? And you make a contact with somebody in the Marshall Islands and you ask them how the weather is. I don't know. Oh yeah, medical issues. So maybe 4. You're right. I forgot about that. I don't think any topic should be off the table. I just think, and I had a couple discussions with email discussions with some folks that are actually they're not in this chat tonight, but somebody sent me a pretty nasty email that's in the chat normally. And I was like, hey man, so sometimes I bring up stuff in a joking manner to bring up conversation, because sometimes the conversation, you start to learn a little bit on both sides of the situation that may sway you one way or the other, or solidify a fact of how you feel about something. Right? Don't forget to hit that like button. So anyways, geez, man, 160 meters, everything's junk. So the way I look at it is I'm going to bring up stuff that people don't want to talk about on ham radio. Rude people. 80s, not good here, but my antenna's not up all the way. I'm going to bring up stuff that people normally wouldn't talk about on ham radio and to get people to talk about it on ham radio. I think it'll be healthy, because literally people talk about a handful of things. I mean, not just the 3 things I mentioned. Scott brought up something on 20 meter. I looked on 20 meter voice before I came on. I didn't see anything. Oh, on 8. So let's just take a listen. I just think it'll be good conversation to bring up some stuff. What is going on, dude? One of the OGs in here. And there's a couple repeater systems here in Southern California. I don't like to say, oh, look at that, VK5. I would say they go out overboard, but they talk about politics. They talk about taxes. Educational stuff, like I didn't know stuff about taxes. I don't know. Just there's got to be more topics to talk about. Everybody like, oh my God. It's like I could if I say something awkward like online, and Merry Christmas. If I say something awkward on 20 meters or something like that, I'll make a joke about the 51st state or something like that. People are like, oh my God, I can't believe you said that. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I said the S word on the last POTA I did, and I got a couple emails. It's like, it's not like I was cursing somebody out. I accidentally said it. I still haven't reviewed the video on it. Ron, great to see you in there. Yeah, that's nuts, right? Exactly. It's like, I don't think some of the things should be so off limits, or what's the word I'm looking for? Taboo, so to speak. Because it's making our hobby boring. Some people, like you go on the repeaters and some people want to talk and have good conversation. And then I hear people like freak out. Oh, I don't know if you should be talking about that. And then you go on a net and it's the same 5 or 10 people talking about their dog, talking about their hip, whatever I saw in the chat, talking about whatever. They're going through a roll call of call letters that you really don't want to hear again and again and again. Now, granted, I mean, you could turn the channel. That's great. But then you get pooped on if you want to talk about something different. And I know Hi. And even sports gets confrontational sometimes. But how many times do you hear about ham radio operators talking about traveling other than going to different POTA parks? I mean, be honest with you. Be honest with me. Do you see me calling it? Oh, you can't do 20. I'm so proud of you. Like, for instance, I never brought it up last night. People go like, okay, I know this is going to sound weird. I bought each of my parents $25 gift cards to Amazon for Christmas. Because I don't know what they like. They're in their 80s. They don't do much. I don't want them to do much. I don't want them to fall down and go boom, right? And break hips and stuff and have to be on an 80-meter net about it. Anyway, so I buy them gift cards so they can order it online and have them shipped to them if they want something, right? And then for Christmas, they give me a $50 gift card. I'd rather just go out to dinner with them and have a good conversation with them. I think conversation's great. I had a good conversation with my brother-in-law today. What repeater system do you talk on, Ron? And that's good. See, sometimes when you talk about travel, it dead ends when the people like on the other side like never go anywhere. Oh, I've never been east of the Colorado River. Well, what are we going to talk about? Going to Yucaipa? And then I'm not saying that's bad, but I'm just saying in general. CalNet. Is that 220? I went over. Yep. Good prime rib today. I'm very full. I had 4 pieces. That's 440. I think I heard CalNet before. So, yeah, I just think in general, I love conversation, man. You could get some great stuff. Great information. Learning great stuff from good conversation. And I've gone into conversation where I was like dead set on something. Like, this is the way I think it should be. And after having whatever dinner with somebody, it's like, hey, you know what? Maybe that's not the direct good way to be or think or whatever. And even on here, I get people, oh, I don't know if you should talk about that. And I get set in my ear sometimes going, ooh. Well, Tim, I'm not, and it's not compromise. It's broadening, it's widening your stance on stuff. Sometimes you see more when you zoom out of a picture that you got zoomed into. You see more, and it puts the whole photo together. I try to be open-minded. I made a contact with Australia. I made a contact. The Mojave Sniper. I like that. I like the Mojave Desert, by the way. So it's not about compromise. It's about opening yourself up a little bit. Compromise is a whole different thing. You're succumbing to their demand or whatever. I don't know. I don't mind compromising sometimes. You could use that, to your benefit later if you need them to compromise with you. 5 a.m. got to get a retired guy has to get up at 5 a.m. Yeah, but you know what? That gets a little stupid sometimes with the sound effects and stuff. But you're right. It is. I think there should be more of that. Some people don't. It's not that bad, I don't think, Ron. Ron, what area of town are you in again? I'm sorry. The retired guy has to get up at 5 a.m. I got all these Google security alerts. Oh, that's right. I could probably hit. Yeah, so that repeater's probably on Santiago. So I don't know. This is the kind of stuff I'm going to just talk about on the channel. I mean, I talk about it on here sometimes. Thing is freezing up. So what do you guys think? Do you think that's a good idea? Do you think it will ruin whatever reputation I have? I mean, Dave, you've been around for a while. Have I changed? I appreciate it. I try to be myself. And anybody that's met me in person, and Tim, I saw you in there. I'm sorry I didn't alert that I saw you in there. A good night. I'm not, well, Mike, keep in mind my antenna sucks right now. I'm going to go back to 80. But I did make a contact. For those of you, I know why. I have to turn on my external tuner. I try to be myself. So I might go off on a tangent or something, maybe get myself in trouble. Are you the same guy that had to go to bed at 5 a.m. or had to wake up at 5 a.m.? I woke up at 6 this morning and man, I had a massive headache that made me dizzy. I did not get to enjoy Haley waking up to see what Santa brought to her. I was a little bit bummed. So that's kind of what I do with a new channel is maybe produce a little bit of content for it. I didn't piss off anybody. But I do enjoy pissing people off. I like pissing off Frank. He's probably still going to deny that California is still in a drought. Even though the last three years we got 400% our water. But it was supposed to rain today and it didn't. See, we're talking about the weather and pissing off people. So I just personally think that our hobby is getting a little stagnant because you make a contact, you get a signal report, and you're out. I would love to have a conversation with somebody that lives in Russia right now. Just a conversation, just to see how things are. Because I don't know anybody in Russia I can call and just have a good conversation with. Just imagine you can have a conversation, a free conversation for as long as the propagation's in, and just talk about whatever you want. I want to talk about how they live, how expensive it is to shop there, how traffic is, how much gas is. I mean, you can look that stuff up online, but I'd rather hear it out of their mouth and how it's affecting them. That's the People's Republic to you. By the way, California's worth fighting for. I don't know how much longer, though. You made a very good point. And then sometimes you go, oh, here's the other thing. Just because you're talking about it on YouTube doesn't mean you know what you're talking about. I mean, we've seen that before. So I'm going to get all kinds of emails. You don't know. You're wrong on that. You're wrong on this. You're wrong on that. Whatever. I'm just bummed there's no bands good tonight. I need to make a couple more contacts, confirmed contacts on 160. And nobody can help me. Dave, can you do 160? I could probably hear you on 160 here. I don't know if you have HF set up. The only HF contact I made when I was in Nevada, if I'm correct, right? Mike, you brought up a very, very good subject. People love being angry. They do. They love complaining. Oh, great. I'm going to get popped. Yep. So I just got popped for my when I played 4 beats of chips at the beginning of my first live stream today. Great. I got new subscribers on Greg K6EGG vlogs. Not bad. God, man, I'm bummed about 160. Did we lose Dave already? Dave's out in the valley. Dave is an OG. I'm here at Fiji on 40 meters. You know what? Let me go back to 40 and see what's going on with that. By the way, I thought about something today because I saw my in-laws. I have a reason to get the new 7300. I'm not hearing anything though. You know what? Wait till my antenna gets back up there, Tim. See, seriously, I can touch my antenna. It's so low. So my in-laws live up in the high desert in the city of Phelan, where they are very close to flooding they had, which thankfully they didn't. It took them like 2.5 hours to get home. I figured kind of help them out and pay a little rent to put a radio there and remote in, because it seems like, Tim, segue to what you mentioned, how easy the 7300 is to remote into. So I could put, a big giant antenna at their house, plenty of space. Just remote in. I could remote in with the M1 here. I think that will be fun. I'll probably have less noise. And I could still do 100 watts. The only thing is, it's an hour drive to go reset something. So now I have a reason to get a 7300. Now I already said I can do it. I need to spec things out a little bit. And is Dave still in here? K6EGG? That's the easy part. Yeah, but sometimes, like even my 9700, if I disconnect from it, oddly, it doesn't want to reconnect. Can you remote the tuner and everything too, Tim? Because I have an antenna. I have coax. They have an internet connection. You know where Phelan is? Would it be technically the Mojave Desert? Where they're at, they're kind of sheltered. But I really need to figure out where I can put it up at and how to put it up. And ground it the whole 9 yards. So it's going to be, it would be like probably a 3 or 4 trip deal to get it up there. The other thing is IP address. They don't have a static IP, so I probably have to do a port forwarding and all kinds of crap. Set up a VLAN maybe for it to get into it. They're actually in San Bernardino County, technically. Where they're at, they're right on the border. So Pinion Hills is LA County and Phelan's San Bernardino County, where they're at. They're like unincorporated. I think I have no IP. I have a no IP account, so I can add another. Not port forward. Well, I get to port forward it, but DNS server. You know what, Scott? You wish you were home so you could pet your cats. Actually, you know what? When I first went up there, I'm like, but now I actually kind of like it because you're away from everybody. No one F's with you. Everybody takes care of everybody up there. Man, I got a lot of noise on. Let me try something. Bummer. Can you do 80? Oh, I got Sean there. How about that? Look at this. Even free DV. You didn't even you didn't confirm the free DV contacts, dude. What's up with that, brah? So I got a lot more people in since I adjusted my RF gain. There's a reason why they call it Victimville. You don't want port forward enabled. How do you get the signal out? Don't you have to open up, like, so my 9700, sorry, I had to open up, I had to port forward 3 ports. A data port, an audio port, and a control port. Merry Christmas to you as well. Swapped out rigs today. All FT8 cables. I got you. Oh, well, we'll try again. Tail scale. What about tail scale? What does that do? See, I run a... I don't know. With my Netgear, I run a VPN. No port forwarding. So what do you VPN in then? Or you have a LAN into make a LAN connection into a VPN, otherwise a hole, make a dirty pictures pop. So you just VPN, then you don't have to open up the holes. But doesn't the 9700 have a firewall? See, Tim, I have a problem with that sometimes. It just is not as stable. Even though I have fiber, it seems like I have done it both ways. So when I have a connection, if I VPN in, so I use, what do I use? Oh, I don't have it on this computer. Tunnel back to get back into my computer, get back into my network here, and then I just type in the local IP address of my 9700 server. If I can't get in, if I don't have that good of a connection, I'll just I'll do my what's the word I'm looking for? Forwarding address with the port, the control port. Interesting. I like that idea. I like that. But sometimes I'm at work and they have some pretty heavy security. And they block. So and the other thing, my VPN port is I made it very unique. It's not like the normal 6300 or whatever. I changed it because they kept blocking me. You can put carrier crap in your bridge mode, and you can host your own gateway within your home router. That's way above me. Yeah, I was surprised I got the VPN working. Let's try 80. Oh yeah, that I would have to let you remote into my computer or my thingamajig here. But can you use the travel router? Can you use on a Wi-Fi? Because a lot of times they block a lot of stuff. I know a guy that took a travel router with him to on a cruise ship, and they like banned him from using the internet. I wish I would have got Fiji. Because he violated the terms. And I have had network folks, call me, hey, I see you VPNing into your home network. Why? Because they're worried about, because that blocks all the nudie stuff that gets sent on traffic because all your internet traffic's going through your house. Anyways, which I'm not going to do. And I invited him over to my computer and showed him exactly what I was doing. And he just kind of like, oh, okay. Like, you're using it for something legitimate. UBI's travel routers even supports most hotel captive portholes. Yeah, so, yeah, man, those things, that's the other thing. All right, you guys are going to make me spend some money. UBI. I'm not spending any money yet. Oh, this thing's only $70. The other thing, Tim, so my VPN, I can only get like 100 megabytes max. Either direction. I think I can do better. Oh, wrong fader. This isn't released yet? Oh. I know some people that operate these. Yeah, because, dude, I see people like doing like their bank stuff on public Wi-Fi. Can you hide the SSD on this and stuff too? I just don't. I don't know. My VPN connection is not that good. I need VTN here too. I can assume you can, but not sure 100%. Yeah. I do not connect to anybody else's wireless devices. So the only time, unless I'm like, so I can run Tunnelback. I can run Open VPN on here.
it won't work on here because I'm on my home network. It starts to freak out. Actually, I should probably not turn that on because it might make my router get stupid. Sometimes I'll go on my VPN on this, and then I'll attach my computer to it via the hotspot, and I get into the network that way. But I mean, it's still not that stable. But Tim's all getting excited, talking about network stuff. Oh, my back. I wanted to work out this morning, but I couldn't because I was too sick. Michael, nice to see you in there, man. One of these days, I'm going to get back to a POTA. What would be the easiest way, Tim, to attach that 7300 and route it into my network using a Spectrum router? I'd have to change the router out and stuff, which I don't really want to do. That's why I said the easiest way. So I just slap that up there and plug it into something. I mean, on my Netgear, I can route a VPN traffic through one single port. So the Spectrum router is over at their house, and I want to plug my 7300 into it and route it to my house. But I can basically use that to... I guess I could use that thing in reverse. Because that thing would just show up on my network. If I use one of those UBI things or whatever, plug that into their router and it would route back. I mean, theory, right? Basically, that's a switch, a managed switch with a porthole on it. Porthole. I don't know if that's the right terminology. What app do I use to open up? So I'm using a Mac, so I cannot get you there. I have Grid Tracker and I have WSJTX. I apologize. I cannot answer that. Let's look at this UBI router. It's only Wi-Fi, huh? No, it has a port. So all I need to do is to get that 7300 routed back into my house. You can either open up a port on the radio or use a VPN. Something easy. There's something else I can remote into too.
So I want to be able to remote into that thing. My thing is I don't want to disturb anything they have there. Ow. I have a VPN set up in there, yes. I can route into it on my cell phone via OpenVPN, or I can route into it via Tunnelback, which has actually been a little bit sketch lately. GL. Now keep in mind, I don't want to mess with anything at their house. Sean's sitting there talking radio. I can do a port layer, 2 ports. I don't care about it. I'm the approval person. I hate when they use terms like 4K pass-through stuff. This doesn't look like I'm looking for this other thing. Do I have to have Unify at my house? So do I have to have something on my other side? STF to you don't have to have UVPN. So you just load the OpenVPN client into this thing? That seems fairly easy. OpenVPN. Available in future updates. You miss out on the fun, like having your home network SSIDs when you travel. I kind of experimented around a lot with this sort of stuff when I had my ProScan server, when I wanted to still listen to my scanner when I was away. Sean knows what's going on. And he has a good microphone at his house, too. And you didn't buy them off TikTok. So this thing doesn't look like it's going to support it right away. Maybe by the summer, probably. Do other travel routers do something similar? Like, is there like supported open VPN? Can I? You do is but is that easy to set up? Oops. SFT 1200. GL 13. I don't see a 1300. Is this what I'm looking at here? I mean, dude, that's $2,500 or $29. Sorry. This doesn't do the router, right? It doesn't do VPN, right? Oh, it does. Immediately enable your selected OPN VPN client to. So which one would I plug into the house? Their house, the WAM? No, I'd plug in a LAN, right? Is this a switch or a router? How do I add the credentials to the router? Tail scale. Tail scale is a software, but I got to use what I have already, right? I don't know how to set up the other route or the other stuff. I don't think this is available yet. See, the thing is, I don't want to change anything at my house because I use my VPN for some other stuff that I don't want to talk about on here. I got your tool for you there, Sean. I figured I'd see what's going on. I think, do you still have my credentials for my router, Seth? Didn't I give them to you? I don't know if I can use Tailscale with my Netgear router. I don't think it's compatible with it from what I read. I don't have UPnP. I just have UDP and TCP on client available services. Does that make? Hopefully, I might be speaking out of turn on this one, but as far as I remember on the configurations. You need a Tailscale. So I need, see, that's what I don't want to do. I don't want anything to drag anything down. I have it disconnected. Well, if you want, feel free. Jump in here. It's only 1:48 or 12:48 a.m. there. I've reconnected. I don't want to change anything on my home router right now. That's my thing. I don't remember seeing the options for UPnP. That's the mode service or whatever, right? And all the time you've had working, you could have already had it working. I use Tailscale remote on my. I guess that's not coming in here because he has to get up. But how does it? So do you have to have other gear plugged into the local router to use Tailscales? From what I understand. I use OpenVPN. I've been using it for a while. I also use Tunnelback, which has not been that good. I don't think I can load software into the router. Into this I don't think the Netgear router loads it. I don't think there's a place for me to load it in. Oop, I have this turned down. Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Oh, hold on.
You sound like shit.
I am not on my mic. Hold on.
Are you on Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
That's why. I have to adjust.
Wow.
Well, you're breaking up.
Oh.
Wi-Fi connections suck on Sonobus. Didn't we experiment with Sonobus on the VPN? It didn't work out so well. Man, it's freaking out. You getting snow your way? No changes on. Hold on. No changes on your home network. Tailscale client runs on the LAN. See, that's what I don't want to do. Because I'm not. Oh crap! This thing. I have to explain what I want to do. Oh, I lost them. So I don't want to change anything. I have a DNS server set up. I'm happy with the way that works. I don't have to run any software locally on anything. So I just want to open something I can load OpenVPN into. OpenVPN needs a public IP to work. You said your parents didn't have. It's not going to my parents. It's going to my in-laws. But yeah, you said your parents didn't have. I know somebody's going to. Actually, I know somebody that's up there right now. What's the 220? I don't hear you. I'm potted up. This is what I see from you. Merry Christmas. I'm going to use the restroom real quick there, Chachi. Are you in here, Chachi? He didn't say he had seen it. The static IP address is not the issue. I just don't want to touch anything on the other side. I'll be right back. What happened to Seth? I should just take the headphones off since nobody's in here. Well, we'll see what happens here. All right, what did I miss here? Okay. I want to restart my Sonobus. I don't think it's my problem, but it could be. Someone sent me text messages when I was peeing. So let's start my Sonobus here. Sonobus has been restarted, and I need to reselect it on here. Are you in here, Seth? I don't hear you. 1, 2. Let me make sure that I don't see you being sent. Because I heard you a second ago. Seth's a network guy.
I'm in here.
Oh. Wow. Are you a network guy?
No.
What? Michael's a network. So this is everybody's juices are getting all wet here. I can hold on a second. I'm reading something here. I don't hear Seth. Seth is now gone. Okay, let me see here. The way it would work on tail scale would drop the radio and see, that sounds too difficult for me. I already have OpenVPN set up, but I can use that successfully. In fact, I'm going to shut my Wi-Fi off and I'm going to connect to it. I can't show this because it shows my DNS server address, but I hope you have something good like Ambien. Oh, man. Seth? I don't want to mess with Pi. I'll beat my Pi up. See, I could still... Sean is there still. The other side is muted. So I was able to route success. Hold on a second here. Let me try something again. So if you can see here, I'm routed back into my house. And if you see my, I don't want to show some stuff there. It says Frontier, right? But I'm using my LTE connection that you can't see here. Come on. There you go. I'm using my LTE connection through my VPN client.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Come on. See the VPN client there?
Okay. All right. So rewind. What
all right.
I missed?
Here's what I want to do. And I don't want to get all crazy with it because I'm not a network guy, but I do understand some basics.
No, you don't.
I got my VPN to work in my house without any help, external help. And I'm able to remote everything into my house.
Same thing with me and Tailscale, except I don't need to punch a hole in my firewall.
There was no. No, I'm going to a DNS server.
That's IP. That's to get you a host name that's static.
Correct.
When your IP changes, which if you have Tailscale, you don't have to worry about.
But you need to have gear on the other side, right?
No, you don't. Or usually, what I do is you have a computer that's.
You are very low. I can barely hear you.
Hold on. Someone's complaining today. How's that?
I'll just turn you up here.
Is that better?
Yeah.
All right.
Sean, don't say anything yet because you'll blow my ears out.
Blow his ears out.
You're normally a loud New Yorker. Okay, go ahead. So
okay,
what do I need to have
so
on
if you don't,
Tailscale?
okay, well, if you don't have a device, do you have a computer that's always on, right? Like at home?
No.
You don't have your two Macs you don't have one that's always on?
No.
Whose fault is that?
I don't need to have them on.
Because that's what you would need for Tailscale. So,
See, that's what I don't want. I like it because the VPN client's in the router, and I just set up the parameters. I get the DNS, and I connect to the DNS.
Now,
address.
Colin, I saw someone was posting some two GLINet routers, an MT1300, which I think is the older model, and an MT3000, which I have. I have both, and then there's a newer one that came out as well. Those are travel routers. I use those for when I'm on the road, like when I'm long-term international, like my 2 trips to Asia this year. I have a Linux box that's on all the time here. Also,
what do you use it to route the traffic?
I can. That's one option. I have it on. I have an Apple TV. Actually, can be a Tailscale endpoint as well. Believe it or not, I don't know if you have an Apple TV at home.
Nope.
Okay.
So would you say the easiest solution is buy one of those routers and throw the
No,
config
no,
in
because
it?
that's a travel route. That's a pain in the ass. That's
It doesn't sound like it's a pain in the ass, to be honest with you. Because I don't have to change anything on this side.
But yes, you do. You have to configure your.
No, I won't.
Why not?
Because I already have the VPN set up.
And what do we want to do here?
Okay, so I want to make a tunnel without messing anything else up at my in-laws or my brother and sister-in-law's house.
From their house to your house?
Put a 7300 there and remote into it.
Oh, okay. That's the use case.
And
so,
let
me ask you a question. So you have a 7300. How are you going to access it at your? You're going to hook up to a computer?
No, just plug it directly in.
Oh, it's got a network. It's got an Ethernet cable you can just plug in.
Yep, the new ones do. Yes.
Oh, the Mark IIs or whatever.
Keep in mind that router has to be in the in-laws.
Oh, okay. So in that case, yes. Yeah. If that's the use case, you could buy one of these little guys. Hook up
and just load the. How do I don't know how you load the.
Well, let me ask you this: you can either. So you buy what I would buy one. Set up Tailscale on it, at your house.
Why do I have to set up Tailscale? First off, I don't want to set up Tailscale. I don't want to run any other software.
A VPN. You want to get into it.
I have a VPN client in my router right now that I'm using.
So that just the way you're going to do that. Okay. So then you would buy one of these little travel routers and set up as a client.
So how do I load the?
So this is it a WireGuard VPN? It is, right?
It's a Netgear VPN.
Okay, what protocol is that? Netgear is a router, not a is a router maker, not a.
It uses the Open VPN protocol.
Okay, I believe these guys support OpenVPN. You can just set and say always use the OpenVPN router.
And I just need how do I load the parameters and credentials
basically
into it?
You boot up the router and you go, you connect to the default Wi-Fi network or whatever. You go in, you log in, and then there's a nice menu. There's a nice GUI.
Do I have to load the non-Windows version or whatever into it or something?
No, you just it's like a route. It's like a little travel router. You just connect to it and just hook up your computer to it temporarily and configure the VPN back to your house.
What's this thing called? L-I...
Hold on, GLI. So the one
GLI...
So the one I
1200.
have, I'll send you the link to the one that I have, which is this one is this is an older one, or actually it's new, but it's still older. Come on. Oh, this one's $70 right now.
They're not expensive.
Check the chat. You could set this up. You could set this up as a basically as a the VPN client could be a open VPN. Like I have mine set up as a Tailscale client.
GLI Net Router. Most GLI Net routers support setting an open VPN client connection.
So the one
If you
that
aren't
I just
sure
posted
whether
link
your
is that
GLI Net
teal
router
one
can
on
do
the
so,
middle right.
Contact our support team in the description link below. Before you start, you'll need an active subscription to the VPN service provider
don't.
that
No,
supports
you don't.
the Open VPN
Active-
manual configuration.
No.
Because I don't
No.
pay for mine.
No, that's fine.
is compatible
They're
with
doing
over
generic.
30
Like
VPN
this
service
is like
providers.
so
To
yeah.
find them, visit
As long as you can
GLINet.com
just generate another open
/VPN
VPN to your,
or go to the link
That's
in the
why I want to
description
know.
below.
from your router.
I want to know how
There
to
are two methods
load
you
that
can
in.
use
There
to
we
set
go.
up an open
Yeah,
VPN
you should be able to just
client.
upload.
Hold on.
GLINet mobile app or the router admin panel. To set up an open VPN client using the GLINet mobile app, search for the GLINet app on your device's app store and download the app.
I hope I
In the
don't have to
app,
log into
complete the
something.
basic setup and connect
You
it
log
to
into
your
the-
router. Once
I've
you're
never
on the
used
main
this app
app screen, tap
So don't
VPN
even-
on
don't
router,
even-
then tap Open VPN.
Okay.
This is a different
If
model.
you're using NordVPN, follow these steps. If you're using other VPN service providers, you can jump right to the next section. To proceed, tap NordVPN.
I'm not using NordVPN.
You'll need to enter your service credentials.
I don't
You'll
have.
need to obtain your service credentials and download the configuration file from your VPN
Yeah, you
account
can do this
dashboard.
easily.
Yeah.
To learn how
Don't
to
forget
find
this
the
app.
service credentials
Basically, this
provided
thing,
by
this
your
is just
VPN
creates a
service
little
provider,
little
follow the
Wi-Fi
description
network,
link
or
below.
you can plug in a LAN port
We'll
and
also
then you just
use
go
one of
into
the
the
VPN providers,
gateway IP
ExpressVPN as an example.
and just
Hold on. I just said something here.
Account dashboard. Credentials and download the configuration file from your VPN account dashboard.
I don't know how I do that. I had to do something weird with my cell phone to do that.
let me look at something here. I forget. Does your router support multiple connections with the same VPN profile? That's the only thing I can think of.
Enter your email
Well,
and password.
It doesn't matter because I can just not connect to something.
To the VPN successfully, look up your to find in your NordVPN account. Then
I think it
you'll
does.
see a list of
Okay.
VPN servers for the locations you select.
I wonder if it keeps on giving me. If it will change the IP address.
Well, it should, in theory. Hold on a second here.
This is not the same VPN use case. What do you mean?
Yeah, I agree.
I can't enter those my credentials.
You should be able to.
Well, they're not credentials. It's a client.
You know what I could do, Greg?
It's a config file I have to upload.
Yeah. Hey, Greg,
Yeah.
I could show you at some point next week or so. We can get on like a Zoom call and I can like fire up my GLI net. I could probably configure mine as if I wanted to do it and show you how easy it is.
I'm sorry.
You're a sad ham, I know.
The bands are crap. And only 12 people like the stream, so I guess that's telling me. Oh,
That's
25.
26.
Okay,
That's
26. And I'm still on FT8 on 80 meters.
Okay. Do you want a cookie?
Is it a weed cookie?
No.
No. Then I definitely don't want it.
I'm trying to
So
think-
this is something I don't want to use then?
No, you want to. I mean, you want. No, I think you could probably.
The other thing, I mean, can I buy this and just test this out at home? or test it out like at another Wi-Fi place.
Yeah. Yeah. This can do Wi-Fi to Wi-Fi. Yeah.
But how would I get through a porthole?
You connect to the router, the local network, and then you go to the GUI and you tell it what Wi-Fi network you want it to connect to for the internet.
Yeah, but what if it has what if you, like, if I go to, like, I don't know, like hotel Wi-Fi, right? And I have to go through a web GUI to go.
Yeah. So in theory, if I remember, once you do the bridge, your phone would trigger the CAPTCHA, thing. It would check, oh, am I connected? And it would check, and then it would boot you over to the portal page.
That was set up for internet VPN to protect your traffic. So it's not a tunnel.
It is a tunnel.
You're conflicting with
Gray man.
what Tim is saying.
I don't have your VPN credentials anywhere. I can't. I don't know if you sent them. Actually, at least in that email. Let me see if I have them in my other email address.
I think I might have changed them.
Well,
I could send them again. Let me send them again. You want a Windows version or a Mac version?
Let me see. It shouldn't matter. It's OpenVPN. It's just credentials. As long as they work.
I am just confused on.
I think what I'm gonna have to do
On the tunnel, most travel routers support captive.
I think what I'm gonna do is I'm
portholes
gonna
these days.
set this up. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set this up. You send me credentials. I'm gonna set up my router and do it, and you can see I can have it set up VPN.
Oh, nice. Let me send those credentials over to you.
Do I have my?
I could trust you with them, right? So what version do you want? Windows, non-Windows, or for smartphone?
It's OpenVPN. It shouldn't matter. Do non-Windows. I don't.
This
know.
is my configuration.
Unfortunately, are you on?
Oh, I'm not on.
You're not on.
No.
Go back. Let me go back and let me go in Discord and get to the other preview that most people can't see.
No, I'm not on that right now.
Oh, you lose. You lame.
This is my only configuration sets up I can set.
Oh, send the freaking that package. Do the package download for non-Windows. Let me do this. There's a. Ted, probably. It's Greg. Okay, I'm firing up the router. Let me see.
What email you want me to send to?
Pick one. You can do my Gmail. It's fine.
I'm doing Gmail. Because this is a non... Username, Greg. I don't have a username.
There's a key. There's probably there's a public key and a private key into the thing that'll probably. Oh, okay, hold on 1 second here.
I have no idea what Colin's talking about, but I'm probably pissing Tim off. Oh, security. And I don't blame you. And you're right.
I have ideas what I think I know what Colin might be referring to. I do fully agree with Colin though.
I don't know what he's talking about.
You don't know what he's talking about?
So the other thing is...
You're a sad ham.
No.
I know that.
I got this configured set up. Clients will use this VPN connection to access all sites on the internet and home network. So basically, I would set up like if I was sitting in my house.
Yeah. 1 second here. So...
And no, that's not my setup. My username is not Greg, and my username is not Egg Pro.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Okay, this is gonna be.
Did you get it?
I got it. Let me see if this is enough for me to because I'm not touching my Mac because
You already have a
on the
VPN
wire.
profile.
Well, I do. No, I have multiple. Yeah, but let me. Let me just see if this actually. So I'm gonna just take some photos here.
We're doing a lot of stuff we weren't expecting tonight here on the
I know, I was
K6EGG live stream.
I was expecting to go
Only 20 people watching. What do you expect? It's 1 o'clock on the East Coast. 1 a.m. What did you just send me there?
just a screenshot just to show you. That's the router login page, but the login.
A nice password, by the way.
What star? Okay.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't understand how I would get on the internet via those routers. Like if I was using Wi-Fi to Wi-Fi.
So these routers can support that, where you can connect to one Wi-Fi network and then it has its own Wi-Fi network.
But how do you connect to it? Like how do you get to the porthole? Like
so you would connect to the internal router Wi-Fi network and then log into the admin panel page and then figure out and then say which Wi-Fi network you want to connect to.
okay, but how do I get past like I need to type in my email address to?
Yeah, you do that and then your phone would detect that you have to go to the captive portal.
Really?
And
It just forwards it?
Kinda. It's not
Interesting.
Yeah.
We lost Sean. He got boarded out.
Okay, hold on.
He got boarded out. Bored out.
You got boarded out.
You're watching in the Chicago area, so it's only 12:18 p.m.
So I was able to upload that zip file to the router, and it realized it's an open VPN config, and it took it.
And it effed you up.
Nope, not yet.
All right, Sean, you take care. Thanks for staying up late tonight. Hopefully you don't have to go to work tomorrow. Tomorrow's my last day off for a while.
Whose fault is that?
Well, I could be off. Who knows? I'm going to get one of these, by the way. I got gift cards I got to use.
Okay, so what I need to do here is VPN, open VPN client, start it. Now it says I'm connected to. Let me see something here. Now the only thing I can think of also with Tim.
Let me see if I see you. Attached.
Now, here's the thing. Now, Tim, I can see what Tim's going at with this. So, by doing it like this, Greg, this is a router behind the thing. So
behind the thing.
This is still a router behind an open VPN connection. So I don't think you're going to be able to in this config.
Okay, all I want to say is your last address, your public IP address is 0.91. Is that correct?
Nope. Oh wait, my one in New York or the one I'm going out on the internet as?
The one in New York.
Hold on, I don't know because mine's changed. Mine's changed a couple of times today for some stupid reason. 0.91.
And you do have the correct IP address. Now let's see if I can get into with the same profile.
Okay, so that is my IP. So you are seeing me connect. However, this is where Gray Man was correct. I think correct. So yeah, let me see if I can configure this as a bridge. Because the problem is
it won't let more than two people. It won't let more than one connection.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm trying.
I'm sending you a bunch of.
No, I'm on, but it's not showing up on my router as a client.
I'm sending you a bunch of pictures too.
How are you sending me pictures?
Text message.
Oh,
iMessage.
Oh, I'm still on my router. That's why. No, I'm not on my router.
Let me see something here.
Yeah, that's my COM port address. That's open, or not address, but that's the
Let me
U.
see if this works. Let me see if this route. I just changed the setting here. Let me see something here.
But see, the OpenVPN's already connected, so I would just have to load this profile, and then I'm
Well,
done.
here's the thing. This is where Gray Man was going. So this router, this GLINet device, is still acting like a router, like an internet router. Let me see something here.
What, are you getting local internet or my internet?
So here's the thing. I'm getting your internet, but the thing is, this is acting as a router. So so if I connect, let's say 5 devices here, they're all gonna they're gonna all show they're coming from the one device, from the one router. So
That's fine. I don't
No,
care.
the problem is you can't reach in. What you want to do in this state is not going to work because you're going to have.
Well, there's only going to be one thing plugged into it.
Yeah, but the thing is, this is behind a firewall. This is the IP it's a separate routing IP. Is Gray Man here? Can Gray Man explain this better than I can?
He has credentials again in Sonobus.
Is he actually still around?
Maybe not. It's 1:00 where he's at.
Yeah.
Is there ways to open up ports?
There may be. We probably.
But
could.
wait
Yeah,
a minute. That doesn't make any sense though.
Why? This is just a.
What else do you have connected to it?
Right now, I just have my phone, an old iPhone connected to it as a thing. But let me see something here. VPN dashboard. Oh, okay. Hold on.
Okay, Mr. Flat Earther.
What are we talking about here? I don't even.
Dex is in here. It's late. So when no, it says.
I mean, so right now, any device I plug into this router is going to appear to be coming off your home network.
What kind of router do you have?
Well, this travel router.
Oh, okay.
So in case you're wondering what router I have. From
Oh, so you connected to the travel router as like.
I connected to the travel router and I plugged the LAN port of the travel router to another LAN port on my regular FiOS router.
So you're doing it like how I would do it, basically. Yeah. Oh, that's actually a pretty good check.
But as I said, the problem is right now, this travel router, I got to find the setting if there is how to do it. This is why people are saying use. Actually, let me think about this for a second here. You want to go into the router. So right now, if I were to plug in. Well, that's Dex's first problem. Is I'm using. Who the hell drinks PBR?
He's not even in the South.
Jesus, from the state that he's in, I mean, at least get Yingling, respectable beer from Pennsylvania.
So this is an interesting test.
Yeah, but this is
I want to show the screen, but I can't.
I see where Gray Man's going. Where Gray Man is, what Gray Man was getting at. So he's definitely right.
About what?
Right now, I got to figure out. I got to go through this config. So if I were to plug in a computer into this router, as the configuration stands right now, you would not be able to get into it.
Why?
Because the GLINet acts as another router, and it's going to be a firewall as well. So unless I do port forwarding, which I really don't want to do.
Because then that opens me up on the other side. Is there port forwarding option available on there?
On the router, I believe there is. Let me see. Let me look at the settings here. And the worst part of doing this is when I have modify. This is why I would think tail scale, as a
That sucks. And the other thing is, I'm not going to be able to remote back into it.
Well, that's why I was thinking you'd want to set up tail scale on this.
Well, that's not.
Because then, let me see something here. Tail scale. Hold on a second here. let me look at something here. Yeah, you're going to, what we were saying earlier. So I would say, here's what I think you should do. I mean, we could try this. We could do some experimenting, Greg. Is I would still buy the router, but when you get the router, set it up for tail scale.
But how would I get it?
Hear me out.
Okay. All right.
There's a tail scale. So tail scale is like a VPN service. You install the tail scale client on whatever computer you want to use. Tail scale supports subnet routing. So basically, my cell phone so let me give you a little bit of my internet. About my network connectivity here. If you're in my house and you're on my regular Wi-Fi, you get an IP address of 192.168.1.x, like, pretty much almost 99.9% of the houses in the US do, on Wi-Fi. Right?
Yep.
So, but if you connect to this GLINet router, you get an IP of 192.168.8.x with a different subnet. And it does network address translation. So basically on one side, I have IPs on 192.168.8 on this GLINet. But on the other hand, to my main router, it sees the GLINet as 192.168.1.158. So every device I have on the GLINet is going to come over as 192.168.1.
And you need a bridge to open up. I got
right.
you.
So Tailscale supports subnet routing, which basically means if you configure the router right, you can basically say, look, on your little Tailscale network, if you want to get to 192.168.8, you go through you configure your GLINet as what they call a Tailscale subnet router, and you can go in that way.
The other thing is, if they have a power failure or anything,
right, you just have to make sure the Tailscale service starts up on boot. And with Tailscale, it's basically WireGuard VPN. And
how much is that?
For personal use, it's free. It's free for 100 devices. Up to 100 devices.
But I have to be on Tailscale on my computer here.
Yeah, you would download the client locally. And you could set it up in a way where you could set up to do a few things. You could set up so you can, it would only go over the Tailscale interface when you're going to your in-laws' house. Basically, if you're doing any other internet, it's going to go out, regularly. You could set it up as a exit point, like what most VPNs do. So if you're out, in the field, you could say you can access the internet as your sister's, IP and stuff.
That's what I don't want.
Right. So you don't have to do that. You can set up and you don't have to use it.
Like I could just use it for the app. Like my plan is to use it for SDR control, and that's the only thing it would use it for.
Right. And it would just be an IP. Yeah, you can do that. So it's pretty straightforward how to do. I think
it's starting to sound like me.
I'm just tired. Oh shit, it's 1:30 already, but Tailscale is completely free for up to 100 devices. You're not going to ever hit that.
So will I need to have both though?
You still need. I would still recommend the GLINet router.
So do I need to have a VPN? So tunnels.
This Tailscale becomes your VPN, and what's good about it is you don't need to worry about punching holes through firewall for Tailscale. It kind of acts as a split tunnel.
So I have to have both.
No, you don't need both.
How do I VPN back into this?
Oh, to your okay. From where? VPN from where?
How does that 7300 get VPN'd back into my?
You would just
network?
VPN in from your house.
I'm VPNing into that thing instead.
Right.
Will I be going over their internet though?
No, you wouldn't. Not necessarily. The only data that would get transferred over. It's what does TED is a split tunnel. Basically, unless you explicitly configure it, the only traffic that would go to your sister's house is the traffic destined for the remote control, for the cat control, or whatever the Icom remote control does.
fuck. I'm gonna fuck this up.
No, you. I think one of these days, offline. Yeah, sorry, folks. We should do a. I should have you once you get this router. I should have you sign for Tailscale. I should have you set it up and try it.
I would have to have different internet though to try it.
Well, you can, but I have an idea. Well, I give you a source of internet.
I don't have any
Yes.
local internet.
It's called your cell phone. You can tether from your cell phone.
I barely
GLI
have,
net. You could tether from your cell phone to the GLI net.
actually with my US mobile service it's a little better.
Yeah.
Oh look,
Or-
see? Dex isn't that drunk after all. I don't mean that in a bad way. Is anybody else watching? How many people are watching? We're down to like, we're up. Actually, we're up to 24 people are watching this train wreck.
Well, I do know other people who use Tailscale, like for cases of they want to access, they want to remote into a radio.
So what router do I want then?
I think
I will
that
order it right this minute.
so.
And I'm not going to get this radio for a while, but I want to use this router for something I could just temporarily put my client in here, right?
Yeah, I mean, you can reconfigure this router on the fly. So
Yeah.
So that router is pretty good. That's the slightly older router. There is that one. There's a new one. Hold on. Called the Slate.
Can you just load profiles in?
Kinda. You can kinda.
Okay, so I can keep it.
Yeah, you can kind of say. But this one, I'm gonna copy the link onto the chat. Try to do it in the chat. Hold on. I'm trying to get this. Here we go. Share this guy.
Tailscale was made to do this.
There you go. This guy, this router, this does Wi-Fi 7. This is the newer version of the one I showed you. This has a touch screen to like change some settings.
I don't need something this, because I'm going to do it once, and this is like way more than. What was the other one? The one I should get. I like this one, but I don't need this one.
You don't want to spend that much money?
No.
Okay. So the other one you want is probably be
The Geo.
They're both GLI nets.
Oh, this is too. Oh, okay.
The one I just sent you is just the newer model, just the newer, fancier model. So you got that one.
I almost banned you.
Me?
Yep.
Jesus.
This one's really this cheap little deal.
Yep.
This isn't the 1200 like the one before. This is the exact one you have.
Well, the 1200 or the 1300 is the older model, which I actually have a 1300. I'm holding one now, but that's an older model.
Medication's wearing off.
So,
Ugh.
but I agree with Morgan. Tailscale is definitely the way to go for this.
I'm going to buy it now.
Okay. And it'll be, well, at least if I order it in New York, it'll be there today. It'll be here later today.
No, it's not showing up to the 30th for me.
Okay.
But it says arriving the 28th.
Okay.
So that's Saturday, Sunday. Well, it's still Thursday here.
Yeah. So you have one WAN port and one LAN port on that guy. If you see the one on the MT3000, you see the back. You have to power the router with USB-C. There's a USB 3 cable there. I've plugged into that USB 3.0 port.
Is there a power supply for it?
I think it comes with one, but it takes a regular USB USB-C wall guy. Should come with one. I think it comes with one. Yes, it comes with a power adapter.
Yep.
Comes with an Ethernet cable too. So where would you plug this in? How would you connect it to your sister's internet A wire or
Wire.
okay?
I want to go wire. They actually have good connection up there. They have good Spectrum cable modem up there.
Yeah, Sonobus was made for this. Sonobus will, and you don't have to.
You mean not Sonovus?
Sonobus, excuse me. Wow, I'm getting tired. Tailscale. Tailscale was made for this, and with Tailscale, you don't need to. You should not have to make any changes into their router. You just literally plug the cable.
Yeah,
in.
I don't want to touch their.
Yeah, no. So Tailscale has these things. They're actually called DERP servers. They're relays, and they'll either figure out how to punch through your firewall, or they'll use their own servers as like a middleman if you really can't get a direct connection. But Tailscale is it's freaking awesome. Fellow admin who I don't know where he's been for like the last year. W5JER. I don't know if you ever heard of him, Greg.
No.
No. Okay. I think he knows the guy who's in all the Tailscale instructional videos on YouTube.
All right. So here's another question for you, since we're on the subject, and I know it's getting late. And I want to get you going, and I appreciate you staying up. This is actually fairly good conversation. We may need to continue this tomorrow or later today. Whatever.
I think, as I said, like I could have you set like if this is like 1 p.m., not 1 a.m., I would tell you like let's sign you up for Tailscale right now and get you started, because I could share a node from my Tailscale network, and you could like connect to it right away.
How can I set up Tailscale network for what I have set up now?
I mean, in your house, you mean?
Yeah.
So what you would need, you would need a device somewhere that would be on
A bridge control.
Sometimes a bridge or something. Like I have a Linux box or a Apple TV that would do it, or a Windows machine, but they can do subnet routing.
A router?
One of those.
Another router?
It might be a router.
One of those things?
If you set it up right, let me think about this. I know what you're doing. I maybe, I don't know. I'd have to. It's too tiring for me to look to see if we can do the other way around. That's the first time someone's called me a used car salesman.
You know, and Dex, there is some good albums mixed in the middle of the night on some heavy drug use and drinking. So I'm with you on that.
I don't do drugs.
No, he brought up something earlier.
Oh boy.
What is this thing? Is this what they do down under?
What is Huh. Hey, hold on. Hey, Colin, did you need a certified network technician to figure that? I heard. I think only licensed people can do Ethernet wiring down under.
Do they use A or B?
I'm dead serious, by the way.
They probably use B now, or they probably use B down there.
I don't know. But I think Tailscale for your sister's house. I think Tailscale, this router set up as a Tailscale node. Because to be honest, Greg. So what I also have at my mom's house in Massachusetts is I have a Raspberry Pi hooked up to their network, because I just want to have not what you have, but like the reverse, where I need their network access. So I have a Raspberry Pi up in Massachusetts for that as well.
So I was going to give my in-laws some rental fee for me plugging into their internet and me placing my antenna and stuff at their house.
Yeah.
Just to kind of help them out a little bit too. They're good people.
You're going to buy another radio? Is that what you're going to do?
I'm probably going to get a 7300 at some point and put it up there. But I'm going to get this router and I'm going to kind of mess with it.
Yeah. You mess with it, and then we can, because you got multiple use cases as well.
So I have to load Tailscale into my local computer?
Say again?
So, okay. You've been in my house.
Yeah, we gotta get Tailscale somewhere on your home network. We gotta figure out where. Do you have a computer that's on all the time? I forget.
No. I mean, close to on all the time, but
Okay.
why do I? So I only need it on when I use it, right?
Tailscale. Well, if you only need it on when you want to be able to use your Tailscale VPN to get into your home network. So if you're out, like let's say you're out and about for the day or something, you want to go into your home
See, the
network.
thing is, it goes to sleep after a while.
I think there's a way to disable sleeping on the.
Yeah, but I don't need to have my computer on all day.
Okay.
I don't know. That's something for something later, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, Tailscale's it's free too.
Tailscale.
What do I sound like, Billy Mays? Buy now. Oh wait, there's more.
The ShamWow guy.
Isn't he running for Congress?
The Tailscale can run on a Raspberry Pi.
Yep. Colin's correct. Yeah, that's what I run.
Can I do it with Wi-Fi? Because it's just the.
Yeah, you can have it on your Wi-Fi in your house, but
So you needed something for a static route, is what you're saying.
You need something that's on so they can get into your
For a static route.
reach. That kinda doesn't have to be static. It will.
I don't need a DNS server.
No.
This will take the place of my DNS server.
Not your. Well, kinda. Yeah, I would still keep the DNS server, but
Why
yeah.
would I need it at that point?
Right. Basically,
This is what it's doing, right?
yeah.
Though I do sound like I know what I'm doing. I don't. That's not a dumb question. I just asked, right?
Right. So, but what's cool about it is, so with Tailscale, it assigns when you have add a device to your network, it assigns you a second IP address that's non-routable. So, I have a second IP address or a host name that if I want to access my home Linux box, regardless of what IP my real internet's at, and Tailscale handles that abstraction where it just figures out how to get me there.
Hold on. I'm gonna show this on the screen. You just sent. This doesn't have any IP addresses, right?
Wow. Nope.
I'm just double checking here before I do this. Okay. Allow incoming connections. Use Tailscale as a DNS setting. Okay, that makes sense. So this takes place at your DNS server. It
And
sends
also
out. It
VPN.
sends out.
This is the Mac OS app, by the way. That's what it. But the things what you care about is down at the bottom where it says under the exit nodes section. Those two checkboxes are the things that you would want to have on a machine that's on.
Oh. Would this be a faster connection than OpenVPN?
If it can negotiate correctly, it should be, because WireGuard's is inherently. This is basically Tailscale is a WireGuard based VPN, and usually WireGuard is faster than OpenVPN. So
because I forget the name of the routing is different.
it uses WireGuard under the hood.
But there's a protocol that it uses that's different than
WireGuard.
Okay.
WireGuard.
Okay. I've read this.
Yep.
I understand this. I wish, what I really wish is Dakota was in here. He I don't even want to get into it, but he does it for somebody you've seen his work. I guarantee it. Anybody watching anything, you've seen his work. I run WireGuard everywhere.
Yeah.
All right. You got me sold on that.
I think, and I can also show, again, offline, what I'll do is I'll have to show you my Tailscale admin stuff. I have, my friend shared with me he has 4 different Raspberry Pis across the basically different areas, and I have access to them all. So he,
would I still be able to remote in my computer and do FT8 and stuff?
yeah, if you play it right, yeah.
But what I need Tailscale,
or actually, if you want to remote into your computer, what I would do is I would additionally install the Tailscale daemon or client on your home computer, and then that would be and then you get
that would be the computer, this computer right here.
Yeah. And then you don't have the VPN. It would take the Tailscale network would take care of it, and you wouldn't have to worry about.
Speaking of which,
Oh yeah. Well,
he just sold me on Tailscale that Tim couldn't do in 5 minutes.
Well, that nerd there uses Tailscale too.
I should let him remote in. I don't think he
By the way, we were talking about this. I think when we were doing. I gotta go to bed shortly, but when we were talking about when we were talking, like, you know how we have intermittent latency issues on the Sonobus, like with you and me and stuff.
Yeah. Like
we were
were.
like, what if we set it up so we talk to each other over tail scale and let that negotiate and see if that would improve things? We were thinking about that at one point.
I like that idea because it would be a direct route.
In theory, because it would after the negotiation. So the first couple, when I connect to a machine,
You'd prioritize yourself to the
couple of seconds, it would be as the tail scale network figures out how to do the connection, it would be not direct.
I heard you're going to change your name from Greenfield to Tailscale.
Oh God,
What up, nerds?
We're about ready to go to bed because
Yeah.
it's not the same time zone you're in.
It's actually
like
dark out right here.
That's
dark
almost dark there.
Oh, well, I guess I joined right in time.
Yeah. Well, I've been
Yeah,
on
we're
for
talking-
3 hours.
Well, Hamstick, we're talking about I know you use
Happy Kwanzaa.
yeah, Happy Kwanzaa.
Kwanzaa's not real.
Oh wow. Well, I know Hamstick uses tail scale as well.
Well, Kwanzaa was created in Los Angeles by a guy who was
All right.
a woman abuser.
Yes. That's why I joke around about it.
No, you
Oh.
don't.
Why did I just say happy? All right. So, okay. Let me ask you this question. So, man, we're going down some rabbit holes tonight.
Yeah, and then I'm going to bed.
So could you put in different tail scale profiles? Like if you want to load up my profile.
What you could do is you could share. Once you set it up, you could share your access to that one machine with me, with a different tail scale user.
So I would have to add tail scale on a couple different machines in.
Yeah, and then
Hold on a second.
Yeah,
Do I get any latency?
You won't. No.
no, it's going to be like a split. Basically, unless
Because
you explicitly go through that tail scale connection, it's not going to be used. And even then, it's
okay. So this computer that you guys are talking, you've seen my setup at my house. The only other app I'm running on my streaming computer is Sonobus.
Sonobus and OBS is all you run, right?
Correct. Could
Right,
I
so
just route Sonobus audio through Tailscale?
I think it would be.
Because I don't want to run.
What,
Yeah, it would
what,
be by IP. I think.
what
What?
goal are you trying to solve?
So the goal. By the way, so Hamster.
There's a couple different things we're doing here.
Couple things. So the goal he wants to do that started this whole rabbit roll is he wants to buy another 7300 with an antenna and put it at his sister's house with and access it remotely.
Okay.
So that was like we were
Look
like,
at he's probably like this, stiff. Sorry.
so we were like so the other thing I'm like buy like a GLI net travel router configured for tail scale, and
I was thinking about you the other day.
and do subnet routing, and he can get into that guy and whenever he wants.
So, yeah, GL iNet would be good. I've got 2 of those. Although, if you're going to put the 7300 somewhere else, what I would suggest, and this is what I do here at my house, get a mini PC, connect it directly to the 7300.
I'm not going to be able to do that in my situation.
Why?
As I'm trying to not have a big footprint at their house.
A mini PC is like the size of like.
And I'm trying to like not have so much stuff.
I do have a mini PC. By the way, Greg, I do have a mini PC.
I know, but the whole thing is I just want to plug this into the router and I'm out of there.
Yeah. Well, so here, let me explain why I'm saying mini PC. So you can get one that's like 4 inches by 4 inches by 2 inches. Set it right on top of the 7300. You want to do that because if you want to do FT8, you don't want to be.
I don't want to do
sending-
FT8 with it. All I want to do is
Okay.
voice with it.
Okay.
It'd be
'cause
my remote away from the noise here.
The
Chino.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to send. You don't want to send the audio over the internet to do FT8. You'd want to.
Correct. I don't want to do it like any.
Right.
I don't
Oh
wanna-
yeah.
So
You're still minimum 2 devices because you can't run tail scale on a 7300.
right. So he's got to do. So he's got
through
to
the
plug in. He's got to plug in Eric. He's got to get the GLI net. Plug that into the 7300 and do subnet routing so he can get in that way.
Yeah, I mean, you could also do that with a mini PC as well, and
That's
just be
true.
like double extra.
Okay, here's the other. Okay, so here's the other thing. This is why you just came into this, and we were talking about this. What if you guys ran, what's that thing called again? Tail scale?
Tail scale?
Yeah.
Into my Sonobus. Will that improve the connection?
Let me ask you a question.
No, it won't improve the connection.
You sure about that?
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to improve the connection at all. What it could do though is avoid those issues where sometimes it doesn't route the audio, and it looks like everyone's muted. But it won't actually make the connection any faster.
Yeah,
because
it wouldn't prioritize the route.
No.
Can we tail?
Why?
Wait, can we do tail scale by IP? That's a question I have.
So here's the thing, Greg. The tail scale.
I don't know how it routes. That's why I'm asking.
So if I'm connected to my tail scale, the only reason I would have to set you as a exit node for me to route all of my traffic to you.
No, you don't want to do. We don't want. We don't want to do that.
Correct.
But
Otherwise, sending tail scale, because we're actually connecting to Sonobus, that's handling the connection for us. Sonobus won't know to use tail scale if we're just connected to the same tailnet.
Can we do tail scale with? Can we do Sonobus by IP?
Like a static route.
Not a static. Well, Sonobus.
It would be a static route.
Yeah, but can it handle that? Is the thing. Can tail scale?
I think Sonobus can, because I can put in IP addresses as node connections.
Because if we do that,
yeah, then you could do it via tail scale. Otherwise, it'll still traverse the internet.
right? That's the thing. As long as we could say talk to each other via a static IP, we just give it.
It looks like
IP.
you can.
We would just give us each other.
Do you see that?
Tail scale IPs.
Yeah. So yeah, it says you can enter an IP. So you'd enter an IP and the port instead of.
Where do you see that at?
On the Sonobus user guide.
But I don't see it in my. Options here. I see a port. Sorry. I see a port. UDP port. But I don't see
Yeah. So if you go.
Use drift correction? No.
I see. Use your own connection server with the standalone app. Is that you're seeing, Eric?
Yeah. It's in the documentation.
If you don't have an internet connection, or you want to keep all connection finding related traffic on your own LAN. Remember, audio is always peer-to-peer and will stay on your LAN between peers. Standalone Sonobus application has connection server functionality on port 10.0.999. So if you want to use it, pick one your computer running Sonobus and put its IP address 10.999 in the connection server field. So basically, Greg, you would set up whatever computer that is right there that has Sonobus that we all see. You would set that up with tail scale. It gets an IP on the tail scale that's on the tail scale network that's non-internet routable. You tell us that, we'd set up the sharing, and we connect to that IP.
Would it change every time though?
No, that's the thing with tail scale. It would be the same IP.
Yeah, you get 100.
It's it's basically
100.
similar to carrier grade NAT, but it would the only time it would ever change is if you were like delete the machine and reprovision the machine.
So the reason why I'm asking this, I'm going to ask this a different way, because I use this stuff at work that I didn't want to get into too much. Yeah. Would it prioritize the packets to do it this way?
Tailscale doesn't do any of that. No, it doesn't know what to prioritize. Yeah. So what Tailscale is it's WireGuard VPN with some connection handlers on top. That's it. It doesn't know to prioritize anything.
Well, when you're using a tunnel VPN, does it get prioritized, or is it just a connection?
Just a connection.
So in theory, that wouldn't make a difference then.
No, it's not going to make it any faster.
I'm not talking about faster. No. I'm talking about.
It may help if the initial connection negotiation issues.
So
that's where it may come in.
It's actually going to make your connection. The more stuff you add, the more points of failure you're adding. If it's working without Tailscale, I wouldn't introduce Tailscale into it.
But it's not. See, I'm getting error messages with Seth, and sometimes you guys aren't able to connect to each other.
Yes, and you're gonna get those same error messages likely
with
until
connections. You know, but if we can't connect to each other, that tailscale
Yeah,
would be able to.
yeah, it'll let you connect to each other if you couldn't otherwise connect to each other. But if you are connecting to him and it's just there's latency, Tailscale will not improve that.
The only thing is though, unless these drops are because of latency, because of connection issues.
Yeah.
So maybe is the key word, but unlikely.
It's worth a try.
We could try it.
And did you see California something's in the chat? I haven't seen him in like a year. I probably pissed him off too.
Oh, Travis, where have you been, buddy?
I wondered about him because I saw a message on Discord that was 2 years old. Well, it's worth checking out.
Again, this is one of those things on an afternoon.
It has been more than a year.
We should just. I gotta go to bed shortly. But we should just sit down, try it.
Yeah, let's try it.
It'll take you 5 minutes of that to sign up for a Tailscale account, and then do it on that Mac there, and
oh man, I wish I had some time coming up. I don't.
Well,
and then here's
you
the
don't
other
even need
thing
to
also.
sign up for Tailscale, Seth. You could just you could do like a Tailscale up on your end, or Greg could install it and then just send you the login link, and you click it. Now he's on your Telnet.
Yeah, I don't think I want that though. That's the point. We want to separate our.
No, I'm just saying for testing. You can remove that node later.
That's true, but the
Like
thing
you
is,
could test it without.
but here's
ever
the thing:
having
with
Greg set it
Tailscale
up.
supports single sign through like the Apple ID. That's just quickly for Greg, because every device Greg's going to use is a Mac, for the most part. So I would just tell Greg here, sign up and use your Apple ID to log in with the single sign on. It takes 30 seconds, and it takes me even quicker to share a node.
Yeah.
And the other use case, the connection issues, Greg, is, when I'm riding your favorite railroad back home, and I can't connect because I'm using T-Mobile and they have the carrier grade NAT, this may help with that.
Yeah, that's a scenario where it should help.
Yeah.
But then also, Greg, you're going to be on SDR control. It seems crazy that you're going to want to set up a computer or a radio remotely and never want to do FT8 on it.
Because it's only 40 miles away. I don't. Here's a couple things. I have no desire to do FT8 at a POTA, right? I just don't, because that's my opportunity to make voice contacts because the noise level's so low. And the main reason why I'm doing this is, number one, I want to see if I'm going to check and see if they have a low noise floor. I'm actually going to go up there with an antenna set up to see if it's worth it. And if it is, I'm just going to use that for voice.
So let me float a situation by you. Rare DX is on FT8. You're getting close to that 1,000 DXCC Challenge Award. You can't hear them. You wouldn't be like, oh, I really want to remote in.
No, I don't care. Because my FT8 is what I do at home.
Yeah, but if you have too much noise at home, I don't know.
And that's what I'm dealing with. That's how I want to play it. I mean, the same thing with, like you just said, I can go get the Rare DX at the park with the FT8 same way. I mean, I don't, that's not what I'm planning on using it for.
Okay.
At least that's at this point. I can always change it. I can always add it later.
Yeah. And it's
an option.
Yeah. And the mini PC is such an easy setup thing.
I just don't want to add another connection layer to it.
Well, the mini PC wouldn't, all it would be is a USB into the radio.
But I could just add that later if I wanted to.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, I wouldn't have a way to remote into it because I run Mac
desktop, remote desktop, or
I use my Mac to remote into my Linux mini PC I'm literally doing it right now.
I don't want to go there at this point.
Easy. Well, that's easy. But that's on this.
Yeah.
I think it's Tailscale to get there, but it's just what piece of hardware is on the at your sister's house should be debated a little more.
But I don't need OpenVPN.
I wouldn't use I would use a Tailscale, something because that can just handle a lot of the connection negotiation just a lot better. So, all right, I'm gonna
get out of here too.
It's 2 a.m. I think at some point we should sit on a Zoom call and
Why a Zoom call? We got this.
Yeah, but then you got to give those things as your email address, password, personal
There's
info.
Discord.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I got Discord in a computer already. So.
Yeah, conference way. Something to conference. FaceTime.
After the 0, you might. It's still.
I know. I will agree. Travis, Die Hard is definitely a Christmas movie.
It is.
It is.
And I've worked in Yakamona or whatever that tower is.
Did you get to meet Sergeant Al Powell?
He was out in front. He was walking back in.
Cool.
And I'm on FT8 40 meters there, Colin. Which
All
I
right.
know
Well,
won't be open.
Greg, we'll talk at some point soon about
All
this.
right, I'll be on tomorrow, and then I won't be on until Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve.
All right. I'm gonna say 7-3,
All right.
everyone. Later.
Hamstick, thanks for jumping in here, dude.
Yeah.
I know this is your area of expertise, which I have no idea about, but
Yeah, I would have joined earlier, but my sleep is all jacked up.
mine has too because I slept till almost noon today.
Yeah,
'Cause I got cold. I need to
was
do
scheduled
seriously.
to
I need
work.
to get going now because my wife is.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right. Take care, man. See ya. Bye. All right. You guys take care. Have a good night. I'll leave you guys with some. And Scott, thanks for staying in here so late. I hope I didn't bore you. I want to go pet Milo right now. I don't know, but there we go. I got to hit this button. Take care, everybody.